Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Slimo and you're welcome to another exciting edition of the VGA Esports News, your number one channel for all your esports news in Ghana, Africa and beyond. When we say esports, you know there's always going to be the VGA Esports News. For this week, we'll be looking at some of the events that happened this past week in the Ghanaian esports scene. So sit back, relax and enjoy this one coming from the VGA Esports News. What an incredible past few days it has been, as there have been some incredible events with action-packed activities, tournaments, summits, everything you'd want from esports events. They have been there within the past few days. So starting off with this past Thursday, Agoro Esports Championship and Summit, which took place at the Deseret Creative School of Design. Everybody who made their way to the Deseret School of Design for the Agoro Esports Championship and Summit will tell you they did enjoy themselves. Now for the tournament, a lot of the best players from the country were there. It was played in a group stage format where 5 players were put in each group, where 4 players made it out into the knockout rounds, and it was incredible to watch some of the top stars from the Ghanaian FIFA esports scene, the likes of Big Ups of Play Province, Mbappe of Convict Records, his teammate Choice Badger was also there. Very strong players. Genie Explosion Esports, we had top players coming to grace the occasion, and it was a very good one to watch. Before I tell you how things unfolded with the Agoro Esports FIFA tournament, we had a chance to speak to the main man behind it all, the CEO of Agoro Esports, Mr. Troom, and here's what he had to say. What a brilliant day it has been. What's your overall summary about what you saw today?
I think that this is what we're all looking for, and there were challenges, you know, especially with the venues and looking at Agoro Esports and how we want our events to be like. So it's quite difficult, but I'm very grateful to God that at the end of the day, we've been successful.
Now, speaking of the FIFA Championship we just saw, it was your tournament where we've seen kind of 2 players who we didn't expect to make the final. What does this message send about Agoro Esports and giving the opportunities to players who kind of went under the radar?
Okay, I think it's evolution, right? It's evolution. So things are evolving and it's not standing at one place. So like me, for instance, I'm not a gamer. I don't play game, but I love esports and I'm doing esports events, right? So my approach to esports is different. So let's say if we're doing something and you don't evolve, like now where everything is going to, you need to practice, you need to try new things in order to, you know, be relevant. So I think that the kids, the young lads who won, they've been really grinding hard, so they deserve it.
There were a lot of people who came together to make the Agoro Esports Championships and Summit a really successful one, and one man who really made his efforts known, the man behind Prime Esports, Mr. Ampao, also did so well with all the tournaments directing and helping with all the logistics. And I had a chance to speak to him about the whole tournament and what he felt like the tournament had and what he really made of the whole thing. I saw you with some tournament directing. I know that's a new field for you. How did everything go down with the Agoro Esports Championship?
Oh, well, I was happy to say, and also because of the players that came to there, I was having the confidence that I would win. That's why I was really relaxed behind the PC, you know, trying to enter the results and all that. But you know, I'm really happy. You know, for the past 1 year, today is the first time my player have gotten to, you know, the second. So, Charlie, I have to chill.
Kofi making strides like this in the final, beating the likes of Big Ups, DJ Juvenile, all in that one tournament span. How proud of you are you of?
To be honest with you, I'm really proud. Because I think last week I told the coach not to register Kofi because I've not seen Kofi playing a game with us for quite some time. But not knowing, he used to train at Kwakaneshi and all that. So he has been going out to train with people, but he didn't come, you know, to train with the team. So 3 years ago, the coach told me that no, you have to register Kofi because he has form. He's scoring all the guys that they have. Now I said, really? Okay, then let's give it a try. And today, you know, he really impressed me. I was really happy, scoring up and down, you know, Charlie breaking some kind of records and all that. And I'm really happy and proud of Kofi today. Really happy of Kofi.
Now, speaking of that tournament which happened on that fateful day, it was just incredible to watch. A lot of players came to participate in this one. The group stages were there to where the semi-finals, the quarter-finals, everything was interesting. Now, one game which caught everybody's eye was Stanley of Explosion Esports down by 4 goals in the first half, able to turn everything around and make his way into the semi-finals was just incredible. Being down by 4 goals, able to overturn that was incredible from Stanley of Explosion Esports. It felt like he had it coming, but in that semi-final he was up against someone who had represented Ghana on the international stage, La Vista of GL Legends, and it promised to be a very interesting one. Well, Stanley started the game strong, scoring the first goal, La Vista being as good as he is, also equalizing, but in the dying moment Stanley proving to be one of the clutchest players on that day so far. But for Kofi of Prime Lords going up against Big Ups' Play Province, it felt like a David versus Goliath situation, and we felt like we were watching something really blossom before our eyes. Kofi from Prime Lords beating Big Ups of Play Province, sending a statement through the whole tournament grounds, and that final was set. Kofi Prime Lords versus Stanley Explosion Esports. It felt like nobody could predict that these two would make the final, and it looked like someone new was coming into the limelight. Well, someone new did grab the stage and grab the limelight. It was Stanley of Explosion Esports beating the Prime Lords Esports man by 2 goals to 0, emerging champion at the FIFA Championships at the Agoro Esports Championships.
Sanchez. There it is.
After that tightly contested final, I had a chance to speak to both of the finalists, both Stanley and Kofi from Prime Lords Esports, to hear their thoughts going into that game and listen to what they had to say. Tightly contested final. How are you feeling after the loss?
Feeling depressed. I missed a lot of chances. I created a lot of chances, so I should have scored it. That's it. He was just the better player.
Coming into this tournament, a lot of people didn't have you make the final. You came against the likes of Big Ups, which kind of caught the spotlight, beating DJ Juvenile. What did it take for you beating those players?
Actually, I've already met those players at different tournaments and I've played with them, so I know some of their play styles. That's it.
First of all, how are you feeling after the tournament win?
I'm okay. I'm feeling calm and good.
But after joining Explosion, this is your first tournament win. So is that a point that you've proven to others who were feeling like you shouldn't be signed to the team?
I can't tell you, but let's watch.
But now you winning for the first time, do you think this sent a message that EAFC24 you becoming strong?
Oh, let them watch out. Let them watch out.
Well, the Agoro Esports Championships, we said earlier that it was a very successful one, and at the end of the tournament and the summit, the man behind it all, Mr. Chum from Agoro Esports, fed all of the players and the crew members, providing them with lunch and water to re-energize them for what an incredible day they had. Big ups to all the crew members and everybody supporting the Agoro Esports Championships and summit. It was a beautiful one to watch. We hope to see you doing more stuff like this with esports in Ghana, and kudos to you. You did so well. Everybody will be looking up to you for what you'll be doing in some few months. Indeed, there was a lot of action with esports these past few days. Now we are going to the second part of everything, where it happened that fateful Saturday, the Black Star International Film Festival FIFA esports event, a very dynamic one in a mode which we hadn't seen too much this year. The 2v2 tournament, which saw a lot of esports team register and take part in this one, and another exciting FIFA esports event. The tournament saw 10 teams from the FIFA esports team, the likes of Game Africa, all the way from Kumasi, Roots Esports being in there. The Virtual Union boys also in the Play Province as usual were also in the mix as well. A lot of teams made their way to the Black Star Square for this very huge one. 2v2 event. There was dynamism. We saw a lot of cohesion, chemistry. We also saw some confusion also go on with some teammates, as we hadn't seen a lot of 2v2 tournament this year, so it was difficult for them to get together and play as a unit, but the boys separated themselves from the men when all things went going, and we saw what some of the best teams were doing. They were put into 2 groups, 5 in each group, where 2 qualified out of those groups straight to the semi-final. In group 1, we saw Play Province make it out of the group as the first team to qualify out of the group. Then we saw an incredible performance from Roots Esports, who also joined them into the semi-finals. At the other end of things, in the other group, it saw the Virtual Union boys put on a spectacle for all the fans there, not losing a single game to also make it into the semi-final stage. And Osmos Esports, their star-studded team, also made their way into the semi-final. The semi-final, though, did begin with a very, very crunch one. It was the Play Province boys going up against Osmos Esports. It felt like a revenge matchup for Play Province, as they were beaten by Osmos Esports in that very GGC World Cup tournament. It was very interesting to watch as Play Province put on a very strong show, beating Osmos Esports in that semi-final to book their spots in the final. Play Province, made up of Big Ups and Dels, really showed strong cohesion in that game, showing that they were prepared for the moment, and they did so well to make their spot in the final very, very secure.
As an excellent finish.
In the other semi-final, another David versus Goliath affair. It was time to show whether blood was thicker than water. Well, what I meant was the Roots Esports players, Parker and Waggle, were true brothers combining for this one, but the Virtual Union boys, star power. This is true star power. Wonder Kid and Kennedy partnering for that one, and it started in incredible fashion. Within the first 5 minutes, the Roots Esports players managed to grab a goal, and we thought we would have an upset on our hands, but the Virtual Union boys showed courage, they showed grit, and they showed why they were one of the best teams out there, able to make the comeback and make the win very, very comfortable for themselves, booking their spot in the final against Play Province.
Sometimes we need individual brilliance to open up some defenses, and there is another one. Speaking of individual brilliance, there is Wonder Kid. Can't sit back and watch them do this to you, or they are going to split you open, and it looks like that might happen here. Joao Felix turning, and that is the goal. Incredible finish. Joao Felix.
And then there were the last 2 teams standing, Play Province, Big Ups and Dels making up Play Province. Individually, they were brilliant this year. Arguably, Dels having his best year so far in his early FIFA career. Big Ups putting on a very strong show individually within the FIFA scene. They were coming up against the Virtual Union team, which was made up of arguably the best player this year, Kennedy, and Wonder Kid, who was reminding us why he is one of the greatest FIFA esports players ever in the country. So we're set up for a very grand final, and immediately it started, it felt like Virtual Union had a grip on the game, creating chance after chance, and eventually grabbing that crucial goal to give them the title. Play Province have them puffed, but it just wasn't enough to get past Virtual Union, and at the end of it all, that final whistle, it showed us that Virtual Union were the last team standing. The duo of Wonder Kid and Kennedy proving to be too strong for anyone to beat them, as they made their way to be crowned champions at the Black Star International Film Festival. What a strong tournament that was. So it was Virtual Union placing first, Play Province coming in second. The Roots East boys beat Osmos in that 3rd and 4th place game to also place 3rd, and Guy Kobe, Labista and Konka for Osmos Esports finished 4th at the Black Star International Film Festival. To climax the film festival, there was the awards night where all the players were going to be awarded. So for Play Province and Virtual Union, they made their way to the Holiday Inn Hotel to receive the awards. All in all, that was a very incredible tournament, both the Agoro Esports Championships and the Black Star International Film Festival. A big kudos to you both. You guys really showed that esports in Ghana is really taking the steps to the next level. Agoro Esports Championships, very incredible on that fateful Thursday, and then on that Saturday, Ultimate Battle in partnership with the Esports Association of Ghana, bringing us the Black Star International Film Festival. Congratulations to you both. See you FC24. We hope for bigger and better things. You know where to find us for more esports content. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at VGA Esports Show. Make sure to follow us so you get all your updates about esports and gaming from all around the world.